After our game crash, we reloaded and re-entered the Nether in search of rare and valuable materials to help us progress. This mod pack makes use of the Better Nether mod, which adds all sorts of new biomes, and of course we have the Mythical Metals mod, which adds more stuff to the Nether as well. Right next to our Nether portal, we found this weird little purple slimy biome in the Nether, which seemed like it was full of, I don't know, slime and such. But then we immediately started taking damage. I thought maybe I got poisoned, but it turned out I was just dehydrated. So it looks like with this hydration mod, the Nether, the actual worst thing that you can deal with in the Nether is the heat. Because you go down there, you get really hot really fast, and you immediately get dehydrated. So you gotta keep drinking. Anyway, we checked the other direction right next to our portal, and we found ourselves a little magma cube dungeon, which is super useful if we want to make potions of fire resistance later on. So that's a win, in my opinion. We headed back on through the portal and decided to try to do what we could for our hydration. Put together a second canteen and upgraded both canteens, one all the way to gold and one to diamond.
Okay, so I only have enough to upgrade one to diamond.
So with more water in hand, we headed back into the Nether once again. And while trying to collect some magma creams, I thought I saw what could have been another fortress on my mini-map. So we decided to start tunneling towards that and found some of the Stormix ore stuff, which appeared to be a very valuable metal, as well as the Stormix shell, which it was definitely some sort of cool thing. So you know I was going to take it, even if I didn't know what it was for just yet. Eventually breaking through a wall, and there it was, our Nether fortress.
Oh, there we go.
By the time we made a path all the way up to the Nether fortress, we were already out of water, so we had to go back yet again, and we might as well just smelt up our stuff while we're here, right? Got a little bit sidetracked when we found out about the Nature's Compass. This compass can lead us to literally any biome, so I thought maybe we could use this to find the Deep Dark, potentially getting into the Deep Dark dimension at some point, which it did, and it wasn't even that far away, so we decided to go ahead and check it out. The compass led us to a nearby hill just across the river and into a cave system where on the way to the Deep Dark, we decided to take advantage of this cave and try to get some more lovely, lovely materials. Came across some undead miners who we destroyed with ease and found some quadrillium ore, which unfortunately does not seem to be very useful for much. Killed a bunch of mobs, explored some more of the cave, found some platinum in the wall, and then eventually, while running around, we finally spotted it. We've spotted some skulk. There it is, right there. Boom, skulk. Which means Deep Dark, baby. But of course, we weren't even close to taking that out, so we tunneled up and we found an underground village on the way.
Goddamn, there's so much stuff in this mod pack.
Oh my god. There's a water elevator here.
I'm glad I dug into here. I didn't want to tunnel all the way back up, you know?
A block of iron. Okay. Hold on. I want that. So we skirted our way out of the village, and something was waiting for us up top. Something we weren't quite prepared for. It's a chungus. It was an intense, vicious battle. We almost died, as you can see here. But it was slain.
I don't know why I went there.
I'm nowhere near ready to take on the friggin' Deep Dark dimension, let alone the Deep Dark itself. Yeah, so it's like down here. Now we know. Thank you, Nature's Compass. Alright, I'm gonna use this cool chest for my fucking metals and such. So loaded up all our metals in that fancy chest, and then started looking at some of the stuff that some of the metals are useful for. It looks like silver could be used to make, like, a lot of cool decorative pieces and some weird, demonic statues. I don't know what those are for. We also planted ourselves some sweet berries that we found while we were out, and redid the decoration on some of the house. Put in a nice little sink cooking area. Put some of the furnaces into the ground and stuff like that. Did a little bit of enchanting. Got vein mining on our pickaxe. But honestly, it seems like some of the modded enchantments are a little bit less than great, as seen by this little enchantment we got on our helm here. Whoa, what the f... Damn, dude. Some of these mod enchantments suck. really quick, I just want to take a quick break from the gameplay to thank you guys so much for all the love you have been giving on this series so far. It's absolutely friggin' amazing. I appreciate the crap out of all you guys for it. But I have to ask, maybe if you are enjoying the video, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And also, if you're interested, we are live on twitch.tv/thatweirdgamingcrew every Tuesday through Friday and also Sunday at approximately 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. Come in, say hi, I would love to see you guys. Alright, but that was well enough sidetrackage. It was time to get back to the Nether and get back to that fortress and get what we needed to get our potions operation up and running. But it was looking like that might be hard because this wasn't a normal fort.
Whoa, what the actual crap?
When I went in, I actually got screwed over thanks to the fancy, whatever mod takes care of the fancy fighting, because I couldn't get the right swing rhythm on this wither, and he just absolutely kicked the crap out of me while I swung at him. I mean, at least normally in vanilla you could, time the swings to knock him back,
Holy shit. I'm about to die, holy shit. Well, that was stupid of me. I didn't bring any friggin' food with. That's not good. I need to get the hell out of here.
Feel free to leave a comment after that saying, "You idiot, you forgot food." So anyway, we enchanted a faster weapon to go back into the Nether, got a quick level up, and of course snagged that food before we headed back into the Nether yet again. Geez, I am such a scatterbrain. I forget everything, don't I? Well, at least this faster weapon was definitely working well against the withers from what I could see. Set forth deeper into the stronghold in search of our nether wart and our blaze rods. Came across an odd structure on the other side of the fortress that was surrounded by blazes. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% sure what that achievement was for. I don't know if this fortress is different than a regular fortress in this mod pack. I have no idea. All I know is that I needed to get into this building because it looked like there was some nether wart in there, plus being surrounded by blazes. I needed both of these things to get my potion stuff going on. So I used my totem of summoning golems to try to get a golem up, but it didn't really help us much against the flying blazes. Went down below, slashed one up for a little while. He kind of went off the edge, but I did have access to the nether wart, which was definitely something I really needed, so it worked out. And so I gathered up all the nether wart and all the soul sand that I could carry to bring back to my base and get another nether wart farm going in the overworld.
That's a different kind of fortress, I think. I don't even think that's part of this.
So we finally had everything we needed for our nice little potion setup. So we got the crap out of the Nether. Started brewing up potions. We got ourselves 9 potions of health 2. And after brewing all those up, did a quick enchantment on our bow and ended up with a levitation shot, which basically turns us into a shulker.
Just in case I come across a mythic mount, I'm going to bring a saddle with me. I think that is a wise plan. Alright, let's go do a little bit of exploring. Ooh, what is this now? I will take.
And we set off into the distance once again, not really with any goal in mind. We didn't really know what we were looking for. All we knew is that we wanted to explore some stuff, potentially find some cool dungeons to either explore now or later, and find some cool stuff.
Oh, we got a village. That's cool. What the hell is that?
Near the village, we found these cute little copper golems, and we fixed them up because it looked like they were frozen and oxidized. I'm not sure what these guys are for, but they're pretty adorable.
Oh, hell yeah, there's a waystone here. Let's go. Okay. Cool. Oceanography. Alright, we gotta check this out. I don't know what's up there, but look at it.
Look at it! Now, this tower did have a waystone and some sea lanterns and some gold, so it wasn't a total waste of time, but it also didn't have anything particularly fancy or special. So we leveled up a little bit more, put some points into our skills, and put down our waystone and named it so that we could come back and continue this adventure in the future. Also tried out this artifact from Minecraft Dungeons. It's supposed to summon a wolf, but it didn't seem to be working.
Yo, I don't think this works.
But shortly thereafter, I made the most amazing discovery since I started playing this friggin' mod pack, dude.
Holy f***, I can dual wield, dude. I was unaware that I could dual wield. That's crazy. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Alright, we're looking pretty friggin' good. What's our next goal? What should our next goal be here? I honestly have no idea. I would assume just explore more like dungeons and stuff, right?
We then combined some iron with some lost souls to create some soul-infused ingots, which are part of the Merrim's Dark Souls-like weaponry mod. And then started kind of looking into that a little bit, which it seems like some of the best items in this game require you to have a Lord Soul, which is dropped by most bosses, or at least all the Merriam Souls bosses, plus the actual vanilla bosses. So we decided that's probably going to be our next goal, is taking on a boss. Found this moonstone compass, which we could use to find said bosses, but we didn't have quite enough moonstone, it looked like. So the only thing we could do from there was go back into the caves, try to find some of this moonstone, make our moonstone compass, and then potentially taking on a boss of some sort. While we were down there, we found that unobtainium, and our orcish pickaxe actually allowed us to grab this stuff, which was kind of cool.
Oh, I got the unobtainium.
And then found a few ores of promethium, whatever that's for, and some iron, other random materials and ores and such. And came across a amethyst geode, which honestly, thinking about it now knowing what I know, we should have grabbed a lot more of this because we need this for magic, which we are going to get into at the end. Speaking of magic, the zombie villager, who was a wizard, what are the chances? We found verglass but no moonstone, and tried our levitation bow on the creeper here, and that's just awesome. That's actually a super awesome enchantment right there. Like, just make them fly all the way up, and then they can't do nothing.
That's actually pretty freaking awesome.
Whoa! Got jump scared by this damn stormy zombie mini boss thing, which we easily kicked the crap out of. But it wasn't a waste of our time because this bad boy dropped himself an enchanted diamond axe, which I was happy to take from him. When we ran back upstairs, we tried to craft something out of the unobtainium, but it was friggin' useless, which was a super big disappointment. Teleported to a nearby village and found this random little enchanted basin. I don't know what this is for, but I took it because it was cool. And then after we took that, we just kind of continued doing a bunch of random exploring and such. We found another lodestone in the middle of a field, as well as a pillager tower, which I figure, you know what, let's go up in there. Maybe there will be a totem of undying to grab since we lost ours earlier. The tower was actually fairly empty, and there wasn't really anything except for at the very top where there was a couple of guards and a treasure chest. So we went on up there, kicked the crap out of our enemies, who we do not like, and looted their chest, which had a waystone in it, which, I love having some waystones. They're pretty useful. Continued on our way and saw a giant mushroom as well as a pillager tower, so said, hey, cool, loot, let's go, let's do it. We started with the huge mushroom, which had witches and pig guys. We got a witch. So we headed on in. The witch was at the very bottom. She was not really a problem at all. We headed up and took on the cow-faced pig guys, but I don't know if it's because we grew more powerful or if it's because this is a lesser dungeon than that one we took on day 2, but these guys were a lot easier to take care of. They didn't do nearly as much damage. It was probably the gear, honestly, thinking about it. But the loot here wasn't half bad at all. We had a bunch of the wizard stuff, like wands and orbs and stuff like that. We got iron, got lapis, and then decided to go take on the Pillager Tower, because we needed that Totem of Undying. We headed up, we kicked the crap out of that Evoker, that was easy enough, took care of his Vex, and then fought our way up to the treasure chest. Luckily this time around they didn't have the ridiculous amount of reinforcements as before, and we were able to easily slice through the enemies and get to the chest up top. Destroyed the spawner, finished off the remainder of the enemies that were up top, and inside the chest we had a diamond chest piece and some emeralds. Not half bad if you ask me. So we placed down our new waystone that we just got, headed back home, and since we had about 100 wands, made up some runes and started to try to learn how the magic in this, at least one of the many magical mods in this mod pack worked. We learned Magic Missile, put it on our wand, and tested it out on a zombie. Didn't seem to do a ton of damage, but it was still kind of a useful tool, I would say. I don't know if maybe you can level the stuff up. Maybe the magic gets stronger the more you use it. I'm not 100% sure, but we went to a nearby dungeon not too far away just to test out our spells. This seemed like a fairly low level one. There was just a bunch of zombies and you know, basic mobs in this dungeon, so this seemed like a good place to test it out. We tried out our fire wand, which didn't seem to be too bad. The damage isn't crazy. And from there we just kind of kept exploring the dungeon a little bit. We didn't really have a goal here. Did not really have a goal. We just kind of saw this dungeon and went in there to test our stuff, but we went down to, it looks like the second floor, where there was a lot more mobs waiting for us. Took them on, and then they started building up on us, so we kind of backed out a little bit. We eventually just kind of said, you know what, screw this place. We'll explore this later. I still want to learn magic, so we headed back home yet again, and kept making some more runes for use of magic. Looks like we whipped up a seasonal calendar just to keep track of the days, because we have seasons in this mod pack, and they do affect a lot. Put up some shelves to place some of our more rare items, our more valuable items, so they don't get lost in chests. And then to make the most out of our magic, we started putting together a spellbinding table, which you can use, kind of like an enchantment table, to add spells to various magical tools you have. Looks like you actually needed, like an enchantment table, you needed books to make it more powerful. So we swapped it out with our enchantment table and loaded some things onto one of our orbs. Now that we had magic at our disposal, the only thing we needed was some more of that moonstone so we could make our moonstone compass, and then we will unleash our magic upon powerful bosses to become the greatest and most powerful in this whole world.